guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Mrs. Tal back here today. I am so excited about this video. It's been a while before I did a sit down. I know you guys really appreciate the sit downs, so yeah, today I want to talk about the CASA designation. Being a chartered accountant, I want us to just chat about if I believe it is still worth it to qualify as a chartered accountant. I am a chartered accountant. I'm a CASA. I've been a chartered accountant for 8 years now. 8 years actually in March. So 8 years now, and I work in investment banking in South Africa. So I do have a view on the subject at hand. And yeah, guys, the first point for me is the pay. I mean, this is the elephant in the room. Is it still worth it in terms of what you get paid? Do you still get paid as much as, you know, back then we thought CASAs get paid? And the answer, and this is an honest answer on my side, I really think so. Hey, I believe that chartered accountants are really well rewarded in the workplace. Number one, just by virtue of being a chartered accountant, there's a certain level of income that you will have, regardless of what field you are. But because of the designation itself, you will get paid well. And then the second part of it, then in terms of the pay, is that the level. The area that you're specializing in will either give you a very high premium or a reasonable premium. So every CA will get paid a certain amount of income, and then if you are, for example, management consulting, investment banking, if you are a C-suite leader like CEO, COO, you know, all those managerial positions, obviously there's a premium on top of the fact that you're a chartered accountant. But the honest fact is, by virtue of just being a chartered accountant, you can comfortably know that you'll be rewarded well, you'll be able to afford certain things in life, and you'll be able to afford a certain standard of living. The second one that I want to touch on is the type of areas that you get to specialize in. The other reason I believe that it's so worth it being a chartered accountant is because you become an expert in 4 areas. And that's not something that everyone can say, that I'm an expert in 4 areas. A lot of people become an expert in IT or just finance or any other area, but usually it's one thing. So the beauty of being a chartered accountant is that you become an expert of finance, an expert of accounting, an expert of auditing, and an expert of tax. So you have a lot of areas that you specialize in, and that also means you have a high probability of employment compared to someone else, because you can get jobs in a lot of different types of corporate companies and even outside of corporate. So that's a big plus, and that's a very good reason why I think it's worth it being a chartered accountant. My third point of why I believe it is still worth it to study to become a chartered accountant is the fact that you are most likely to become a C-suite leader when you are a CA. If you look at top JSE companies, listed companies, most of their CEOs are CAs. So 80% of CEOs are CAs. Almost 100% of CFOs are CAs, because I mean, to lead a finance department, you really do have to be a CA. Even other offices like COO, you find that it's mainly chartered accountants because of how diverse the area of study is. It helps someone just be open-minded and be able to think strategically as well, not just numbers wise. So it really does become a big plus for you if you're chartered accountant, if you do want to pursue a C-suite leadership position one day. And the next one for me, why I think it is worth it becoming a chartered accountant, is the global opportunities you have. Actually, CASA, which is the Chartered Accountant South Africa designation, is #1 in the world. So that means when you are a CASA, you actually can get a lot of opportunities for employment throughout the whole world, because this designation is very well recognized. You don't only have to be a CA SA, it could be ACCA, the other alternative if you're not doing the board exams in SA. Even ACCA accreditation is well recognized throughout. So it really is a good designation that globally it will be easy for you to get work opportunities and you wouldn't really struggle. I know that a lot of people get auditing opportunities internationally. It's so easy for you to go and audit in New York, and once you get to New York or London, then you can start looking within the job market there if you want to do something else outside of auditing. But I'm just sharing that because I know a lot of people do that. After their articles, they go do auditing in another country. Once they get there, they can just change should they want to. So right now, I've mainly just focused on opportunities in terms of employment. A big plus of being a chartered accountant is that you can actually run your own business. The area of learning that we do as CAs, it equips you and empowers you to have all the skills that are needed of a business leader. So you can actually go and be an entrepreneur, you can go and start your own company, go start your own firm and just do great things out there and lead it yourself from the onset, because you are well equipped, you are well trained to be able to do that. So that's a big positive of why I think being a CA is worth it, is that even if you do not want to work for a company one day, even if you want to do your own thing, being a CA actually does equip you very well. I am in my patio outside. There are some cars passing by. I hope this is still quite clear and audible. I believe so. So I will just continue. The last point for me, which is number 6, is a very important one. In the world of digitization, where everything is becoming automated and digitalized, you actually want to think about the type of degree that you are about to study or you're currently doing, and you want to think about whether it will be relevant in the future. Do I think that CASA is relevant in the future? Yes, I do believe that. And in fact, it's not just on a personal thought on my side. I've done research on it, and the research out there really does suggest that being a CASA will still be relevant, because there are certain things that you can train AI to do, but there's a level of analysis that CAs do that won't be easy for AI to do. And if your job entails analyzing the numbers, making sense of them, and making decisions based on what the numbers look like, and thinking of the next level of strategy for the business and the direction of the business based on what you're seeing in the financials, that sort of thinking is not something that's easy to teach a robot to do. So CAs are valuable because they have that specific skill set that is just not just number crunching. Our job is not to just say 1 + 1 = 2. Our job is to say, okay, it's a 2, but what does this mean for us in the next 5 years? What must we change to make sure that we have a different output? You know, it requires a lot of thinking on our side and a lot of strategy, a lot of analysis and decision making, that it's just not easy for that part of our job to be replaced. So the answer is yes, chartered accountants will still be relevant in the near future, and even today it's still a very good degree that you will be well rewarded. You will actually be well recognized because it's very respected, and you have an oyster of opportunity. With CASA, the world is your oyster. You get to choose what you want to specialize in. You have a lot of options. You're flexible. You can be your own boss. You can have a boss. And yeah, you can travel the world while still having a steady income. It really is one of the most powerful careers that you can still choose today. So yeah, guys, that is it. Thank you so much for joining and for watching this video. Do let me know your thoughts. I mean, I've tried to just be as honest as I am based on my 8 years of experience and what I see on my day-to-day work. And I do think that honestly, if you were to ask me if you like to study chartered accountant, if you should go for it, I'll definitely give you a big thumbs up. go for it, and all the best to those guys that are already have started the journey. Good luck. It's very much doable. Actually, today I heard someone's testimony who was sharing how it took them 14 years to be a chartered accountant, but they would do it again. It took them 2 times the time that it takes someone to be a CA. It's 7 years if you pass everything once off on the start, but it took them 14 years and they still say they would do it again. That says something about the value and the quality of being a chartered accountant. So yeah, guys, thank you so much. I love you always. Please subscribe if you haven't. Do share a comment, like the video. Love you guys. Bye.